day everyone, and welcome back to IDVTV. I remain your favorite girl, Oluwani Festimi, and today I'll be bringing to you a very interesting discussion. Now, before I start on that, I'd like to introduce you to my other co-host, Mr.
A to the G to the A to the A to the H. You can see my drag.
Okay.
Everything pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't know before, but now we know. So guys, we'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Your Opinion. And we are not trying to impose on everybody. Please feel free to make your suggestions in the comment section. Do not forget to like and share and subscribe. So guys, to the topic of the day. We'll be talking about relationships, heartbreaks, and we won't only be discussing this on a superficial, on the surface level. We'd like to delve deep, and we'll be touching, the causes of a failed relationship, how to manage relationship conflicts, how to spot if you're compatible with your significant other, and how to know when to call it quits. So guys, having said that, now, would you mind telling me what you think an ideal relationship should consist of?
Well, an ideal relationship is a relationship filled with not the perfect scenario, but just two people who are actually willing to sacrifice things and vibe with each other. Vibe is very, very important.
Yeah, I think it's very important.
I mean, complementing each other's weakness and strength.
The little things that they go a long way.
They go a long way.
Yeah.
A small thing like this, we fly in ways
guys.
we can never imagine.
So, Mr. Agaah, thanks for your insight.
You're welcome.
And now, if you ask me what an ideal relationship should be like, I'd tell you it's a commitment between two people.
Definitely.
Who have decided to love and protect each other.
Absolutely.
Whilst also helping bring out the best in one another.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So guys, enough of that. Allow me to sidetrack a bit.
Okay.
Funke Akindele.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry guys, if you haven't heard, I hate to break it to you, but one of our favorite Nigerian film actress and producer, Funke Akindele Bello, who is married to one of our great songwriter and rapper, Abdurrashid Bello, professionally known as JJC Skillz, are both having marital problems. And I hate it even further because we'll be using their current situation as a form of yardstick to discuss our discussions further. So now, moving on to the next one.
Okay.
What do you think the causes of a failed relationship can be? Like, of course, they are numerous, but
a lot of them.
I'd like to know from your opinion what some of these causes are.
Something that is very paramount in, determining relationships that are not in a good state currently.
Yeah.
I mean, when you don't have good communication, rapports between the two sides, it's always, most of the time, I might mean something and I might say something and I might not mean it the way you think I meant it.
Of course.
And sometimes you might actually feel my body language is telling you something when I'm not.
You mean like a form of miscommunication?
Exactly. When there is no enough good communication between two parties, definitely there's gonna be, I heard this, I think this, stuff like that.
Okay. Now, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now, back to Funke Akindele Bello and the husband, JJC Skillz. Several days ago, Funke Akindele's husband, JJC Skillz, he posted a form of open letter or a write-up on his Instagram page in which he disclosed that he and his wife have been having issues for about 2 years now and they're separated. But guys, that's not even where I'm going. There's this particular comment that caught my eye, and this comment is from Samuel Jami Talo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I'm sorry once again. So he comments, and I quote, "Men, never marry a woman that has made it. She will never respect you 100%. Never marry a woman that is a saucy media freak. They learn things from a lot of women who don't know the meaning of feminism." Now, from what I can derive from what he said, he thinks being a career woman and, being married is like a two no that can't work together. So, my co-host, do you think it's true that a woman can be successful in a marriage and also a career at the same time? Or do you think it's possible to actually make it work?
Well, from my own perspective, your career or what you achieve has absolutely nothing to do with how you treat your own. Sometimes when we think about these things, we tend to expect too much from these celebrities, because on the long run, having a good successful career doesn't mean you definitely have a bad one. And having a good, successful career also doesn't mean you have a good home. They are two different things, and they definitely need experience and a lot of wisdom and knowledge to work in those areas. They are two different things.
Okay. So my opinion on that is, it's a little archaic to think a woman cannot be successful at both a job and a marriage, because there has to be some, of course there has to be some of balance. And I'm not saying it's easy or anything. Of course, there has to be some, form of give and take and all sorts of like that.
Absolutely.
But I do believe if the two parties are determined to make it work,
definitely,
then work it shall. Right?
Absolutely.
So, guys, now on to the next one. Okay, we have how to spot if you are compatible with your significant other. This one is really juicy. Yeah, for all those in relationships. Okay, are you with the right partner? Now let's discuss it.
And you don't want to eat morning food. You don't want to eat breakfast.
And you do not want to eat breakfast.
You don't want to eat morning food.
Yes, guys. If you do not want to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes. So now let me put it to you.
Okay.
How do you think people can spot if they are with the right?
Well, like I said initially, communication is one very important thing that shouldn't be left out in any relationship. Let's even forget about romantic relationships.
Even friendships.
Friendships, I mean, the basics
of course
is a good communication.
Of course.
And vibes is also very important.
Yeah.
Vibe is way important than what we think it is. Because, I mean, when I'm talking with someone, when I'm actually relating with someone during a particular time, once we don't have a good vibe, a good rapport between each other,
just
definitely, I mean, it wears me down, and on the long run, I mean, I get tired because, I mean, I'm giving
the energy is not being given back.
The energy is different. It's
Yeah,
way different.
of course,
I might be this lively guy who likes everywhere, let's vibe, let's shout, and you are just someone calm. No, I don't. I mean, I've once been with someone who told me to my face that she doesn't like the way I'm actually too jovial around people. Well, so that's actually two different things. She is someone who doesn't like being all over the, I'm not all over the place. I'm just someone who's very jovial.
Okay.
And one more thing is, do you guys bring out the best in each other?
Yeah.
That's
that
a
is
very, very important thing.
Very,
you can't be expecting us to wear matching outfits. You wear number 9, I wear number 10.
If you like it,
right,
please,
at the back
you
of
can
the
wear
plate.
it, please. If you like matchy stuffs, nothing is stopping you.
If your matchy stuff is not taking you to anywhere, hello, my uncle, my sister, my brother, my uncle,
he's just the odd man, guys. Do not. Just leave him alone.
If you know we're matching the rap too.
Oh my god. Guys, back to the topic of the day.
Okay.
Well, my ways of knowing if you're compatible with your significant other, I actually have quite a few listed out. But my two favorites are, you're with the right person when he or she respects your boundaries. It is very important.
Yeah.
Because you're in a relationship with someone does not mean you have to be all over the place. They have to have access to you, have access to everything that concerns you. There has to be some sort of boundaries, and your partner has to respect it. Definitely. It's very, very important.
That's true.
Now, another thing is when you're with someone that makes continuous efforts to make it work. You're not the only one doing the job. The both of you are trying to meet each other in the middle. That's very important, guys. So
it's more like, can you want me to say something about that?
Yeah, of course.
It's more like you are, replenishing the energy I'm giving.
Yeah.
I'm always this lively guy. I'm telling you, I'm
Replenish
showing you vibe, and you are the type of girl that maybe you just got out of a heartbreak. You're not like, oh no, I don't want to commit to him. The moment you say I don't want to commit to him, I wouldn't to commit to you. It's that simple. Okay. Very, very simple. Once I'm giving a particular vibe, and you're not reciprocating it from start.
Thank you, Mr. Agaah. Thank you. Alright, guys. So we are moving on to the next phase, and this one is how to manage a relationship conflict. Now, guys, before I go any further, let me just say beforehand, no relationship is perfect. That is just the truth. Do not be deceived. I know you guys like each other so much, you're both so much into each other, but there are times where arguments, misunderstandings would come up.
Sure.
Now, the true test lies in how you guys choose to settle your differences and move from that.
Manage it.
Yes. So, my lovely co-host, would you mind, in the little time we have, do you mind giving me, just touch 2 ways in which it's right to manage a conflict?
Well, one thing is you need to define what exactly is the problem.
Okay.
What is the cause of this matter?
Exactly.
We can be having conflicts, fighting.
And you don't even know why you're fighting.
You don't even know why we are fighting.
Exactly.
I mean, it could just be because maybe I'm not in a good mood, and you said something that actually altered or triggered something.
Of course.
But most of the time, it's always good when you determine or you define what exactly is the issue. Yeah. That way, you'll be able to have critical conversations.
Yeah.
And like I said, it all boils down to communication. communication speaks, or it takes a large part.
It does.
in
It does, guys.
conflict
Communication is the key.
Very
Hear
key.
that like every day and everywhere.
It is the
Please.
door. The door is the something.
Please,
The
okay.
communication is
Use
the
your
key that
voices. Don't just change
They
your
say
own
you
silent
beat- they
treatment.
say
You have
shout
to talk,
you
guys.
talk, you know, you
Okay.
express yourself.
So, just like he said, I'll just be backing up his point.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to, maintain a form of safe environment in which your partner will be able to come to you. This is what you did to hurt me. Let's work it out.
I don't like it.
So you don't have to like bottle up your feelings or anything.
Bottling up your feelings makes you emotional.
It just causes resentment over time. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's just better to speak the truth and solve it.
Let the devil be ashamed.
Exactly.
That's
Shame
what
the
they-
devil.
That's what they
Shame
told
the
us.
devil.
That's what they told me when I was in children's church.
Mr. Agaah, please let me go on. Okay, guys.
Go on.
Now on to the last, the last subtopic for the relationship we are treating.
Okay.
So, guys, I'd like to ask you, when exactly? Like, this is a very important question, honestly, because men, they've been hurt several times and they just don't know when to call it quits. When to just say, okay, you know what? It's okay. Let me move on from this person. Now, I'm putting it to you. When do you think is the right time to call it quits, or how do you think is the right time to call like a relationship off?
Well, one thing is when there's no respect. When there's no respect, the other party seems to start misbehaving.
Yeah.
I mean, once there's no, your words are not correlating with what you do,
Yeah.
what you are doing.
Your words don't match your
I
action.
mean, you're telling me I love you and
you are doing you
something
hate
else.
me.
You're telling me I love you, you've not talked with me for like 3 days, 2 days, even a day. So
You now call and say I missed you. Why didn't you call me? It works both ways.
you didn't even talk
guys,
for 3 weeks. You're not calling me.
Women, it
Shegun.
works both ways.
You know I
guys.
love
It's
you.
not just a one-way street.
I love
Okay.
you, Daddy.
Okay, please. We are not bringing our parents into this.
Have a mutual love for your daddy. Don't love him, love your dad.
Okay, guys. Well, for me, I'd say it's time for me to call it quits or
Okay.
move away from a certain relationship when I feel like my voice is not being heard.
Sure.
And how exactly do you know your voice is not being heard? Okay, it's when you have a discussion about your voice not being heard and your voice is still not being heard. Like, okay, I'm trying to communicate to you, but you still are not listening.
You don't give a shit. You don't give a
So
damn.
what are we doing here?
So one other thing that is very much important is to know when to call it quit. Is when there's a case of domestic violence. When you're trying to express yourself and your man is carrying slapping you,
It's not only
beating
men.
you.
It's not only men though. Some women beat their husbands.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
Might
it's
seem
true.
funny, guys, but it's happening in homes.
Yeah, that's
and the
true.
fact is, the man won't be able to speak up.
Yeah,
'cause
man, they will tell you.
it
Yeah,
feels
man.
like it's a form of shame. Exactly. Guys, you are allowed to speak up, okay? Women, you
Express
are allowed
yourself.
to speak up.
Express
Express yourself. You don't.
Express
You do not. It's
yourself.
not a do or die affair,
Express
guys.
yourself.
If you are not happy, there is no point to that
Eat your
relationship.
breakfast and go and sleep.
I am not a
Simple. Eat in the
we
morning.
here are not a professional relationship expert.
Definitely.
But from what has happened, from what is happening in the world, from our own research,
You're just saying a view.
we are just giving you our opinion.
Our opinion,
So
our opinion.
feel free to drop yours in the comment section, comment and subscribe.
And yeah, turn
also,
on the
guys,
notifications,
turn on the
please.
post notifications.
Yeah, please.
So you get the juicy stuffs first. Thank you guys for staying with us.
Once
We
again.
at IDVTV says thank you.
Once again, my name is Hey to the G, to the A, to the A,
Oh God.
to the H, and I have here with me Simibaby Shady.
Guys, I am Oluwani Festimi. That's it, guys. Bye.
Thank you.